What is discovery, you might ask? It's one of the most important parts of any case because it's when both parties are able to discover, if you will, information that is relevant to the claims at issue.
Like, comment, and subscribe. He's back! And as Aaron just explained, the process of discovery is when both parties are able to discover information relevant to their claims. So, Lalo takes a trip to see Margareta in Deutschland to discover proof. Stateside, Howard and Gus have pretty big epiphanies of their own, and Kim decides to lie to Jimmy. Hey, her clock told her to do it. I'm Courtney. You're watching Courtney's Reviews. Join me for my breakdown of Season 6, Episode 5, Black and Blue. The episode begins with a man pouring some kind of liquid. The pour is reminiscent of the meth-making process that we see in Breaking Bad, and at first, that's what I thought I was watching. It is revealed to us that he is encasing a slide rule in a block of lucite. Brahms in Stiller Nacht, performed by Pink Martini and the Von Trapps, plays over the scene.
Not sure why that's germane.
It is a haunting melody, sung in German. The lyrics of the song, and then the inscription on the slide rule, hints at not only the location of where this is taking place, but who this slide rule may have belonged to.
Michael, they are all good boys.
I want to start by looking at the discoveries characters make. Howard, Cliff, and Aaron speak to Sandpiper class action members. Howard nervously watches Aaron explain the process of discovery and relevance. Cliff takes note of Howard's jittery demeanor, and as one man expresses that he is considering outside counsel, Howard swoops in and allays their fears.
I know you all want to get to the finish line. Boy, I sure do. But I'm going to level with you. Truth is, we still have a ways to go.
I couldn't help but think that this was also the showrunner speaking directly to us. The finish line is near. Be patient. There will be a huge payout if we are. Cliff asks for a minute and then confronts Howard outside. As I predicted in my breakdown of Hit and Run, Cliff explains that he has been through this act of denial with his son.
Just need you to know that I know.
It wasn't me, Cliff. Whoever you think
Yeah,
you
sorry,
saw.
but that's the kind of thing my son used to say.
Howard discovers what's really going on.
I do have a problem. Just not the problem you think. I have a Jimmy McGill problem.
Cliff knows Howard has a problem, and as Bill Oakley explained in the last episode,
there's proving, and then there's knowing.
Gus also knows that Lalo is still alive. We get this shot of him behind a paper rack, and it is one of many images of characters behind bars in this episode. In Gus's case, I take it to mean he is feeling hemmed in or trapped. We also get quite a few mirror shots in this episode. In the article, Mirror Mirror, when movie characters look back at themselves, Sheila O'Malley tells us, if the character has a firm public mask, a mirror scene can let us see who he is when no one is watching. Gus most definitely wears a mask, that of a law-abiding businessman, and by looking at himself in the mirror, he is peering at the dark criminal mastermind who lurks underneath. The reveal that he is still sporting his ankle holster lets us know his thoughts. He is very concerned about Lalo, and as someone who likes to be in control at all times, it is deeply troubling to him that he doesn't know Lalo's whereabouts. He steps out to help man the till, and when he suggests the spice curls to a customer,
may I suggest our signature spice curls?
It is like Howard hearing that Cliff was meeting with Kim when the Jaguar pulled up. In Season 5, Episode 7, JMM, Gus unveils Poyos' new spice curls at a Madrigal meeting. As Gus takes the customer's order, he is perhaps reminded of the meeting he had with Schuler and Lydia about the Superlab after the Madrigal meeting. The realization dawns on him that it is perhaps what Lalo is up to. His fixation on finding
Werner Zieger, you ever heard of that guy? Werner Zieger?
Is the weakness he could exploit. The marble has flown off the track again. An employee drops a tray, presumably one of Mike's guys who isn't up to Poyo's standards. Gus isn't the only one stressing out over Lalo. The episode opens on Kim lying awake as the clock sends her a subliminal message. It's her turn to lie awake with worry now. She gets up and checks the window and front door. As she secures the door with a chair, we get yet another image of Kim behind bars. There's another one later in the episode when she meets Viola at El Camino. Jimmy wakes up and shares that he's relieved Lalo is dead. Kim says nothing.
Thank God he's dead.
Business is booming for Jimmy, and he has Francesca come meet him at the office in hopes of hiring her. She asks,
"Where's Miss Wexler?"
You mean my wife? That's right. Made an honest woman out of her.
Jimmy says he has made an honest woman out of her, but we the audience know something he doesn't. Kim is becoming more deceptive as the series goes on. She lies to her clients, withholds information during her meeting with Suzanne, and is now withholding information from Jimmy. Perhaps she's taking Mike's words to heart that she is made of sterner stuff. One may argue that she's trying to protect Jimmy, but as we saw in the argument that Kim and Jimmy have in Season 5, Episode 6, Wexler v. Goodman, Jimmy uses that argument on her.
No, I kept things from you to protect you.
Kim meets with Viola under the pretense of apologizing for leaving Viola in the lurch when she walked away from Schweikart and Coakley, but she's really meeting with her because she knows she is now working the Sandpiper case and Kim wants to extract information out of her. She gets it. I love this shot of Viola. The way the window and its reflection frame her makes it look almost as though Kim has her trapped. We also get this line from Viola.
"I've been wanting to tell you. Everyone was so shocked when you walked away. I mean, you're a partner."
Everyone seemed shocked when you walked away. You were a partner. Could this perhaps be foreshadowing that Kim will walk away from Jimmy? Check out my Will Kim End Up Behind Bars video if you haven't seen it already. We then see Jimmy pull up to meet a potential client and get a visual of him behind a fence with barbed wire. Perhaps this is symbolic for how Mr. H.O. Ward pulls him into his web. He's on the phone with Francesca and he says,
"Hit and run."
in reference to another potential client. This is also a reference to the title of last week's episode and the scam he pulled on Howard. Inside, Howard confronts him and makes the case it's as though Jimmy wanted to get caught. All roads lead back to him. I have to agree with him. Kim and Jimmy are way too smart to make it this easy to trace it back to them. Jimmy already pulled a scam with prostitutes last season, and they had to know as soon as Cliff told Howard he was at lunch with Kim that he'd put the pieces together. I suspect that this was part of the plan all along, and they're playing a much bigger game. We see both men dressed in black and blue, a nod to the title name, and Howard ropes Jimmy into going around. After, Howard meets with a PI he hired, which is something I predicted would happen, and he says, "I need to know everything he does." Yet another reference to knowing. Howard is in his discovery phase and is hoping to collect proof. Back at the apartment, we get yet another mirror shot, this time with Jimmy and Kim in the bathroom. They chat about their days. Kim shares that she was able to get the judge's name out of Viola. Presumably, this is part of their bigger plan. In bed, Jimmy says he doesn't know why he let Howard pull him in, to which Kim responds,
"Because you know."
I know.
You know what's coming next.
And yet another reference to knowing. Mike goes over to see Gus and finds him scrubbing the grout in the bathroom with a toothbrush. Gus has a tendency to clean when he's feeling unnerved. But cleaning has greater significance in this series, as I explained in my breakdown of Rock and Hard Place. So go check that out if you want to hear my take on what cleaning means. Mike says sooner or later Lalo will show up, to which Gus says,
He can't strike. Not yet.
and we get yet another mirror scene. They go to the lab and Gus is working out a plan in his head. Calculation is another overarching theme in this episode, as evidenced by the significance of a slide rule in the teaser. It also figures heavily into Lalo's calculations. We see Gus plant his ankle gun, and Chekhov's rule lets us know that it will be used in a future scene. Perhaps Gus will pull an Edgar Allan Poe and kill Lalo down in the lab and bury him in the wall. Lalo did say the south wall was going to be beautiful. Speak of the devil, Lalo shows up in Germany and finds Werner's widow, Margareta, at a bar. He turns the charm up to Ted Bundy in this scene.
I'm Ben.
Ben. Hallo, I'm Margarete.
Just like how Kim met with Viola under false pretenses to get information, Lalo gets Margareta into opening up about Werner's accident. She shares that not a single one of Werner's boys came to the funeral, though they sent flowers and cards. Lalo walks her home and she says she has to work in the morning and they say goodnight. Lalo returns the next day and manages to even charm Little Bear, Margareta's dachshund. She comes back, explaining to Bärchen, Little Bear, she forgot her phone, and it turns out he's a good guard dog after all. While Lalo hides upstairs behind a wall, something catches his eye, the slide rule encased in lucite from the teaser. Lalo's in his own discovery phase, and I'm assuming he's going to track down the maker and find out who ordered it. It is inscribed, "With love, your boys." Perhaps Kai will be the weak link. He was always a trouble starter. Or maybe it will be Casper, the one who told Mike,
He was worth 50 of you.
I cannot wait to see what happens next. I have some new ideas and theories, but I won't share them just yet. Perhaps I'll make another Theorio video in the interim. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.